This is the Eastern Business Report, where we look at the business ecosystem in the Eastern region and discuss topics affecting the region's economy. But first, let's take a look at some of the major business and development stories making headlines across the Southeast, beginning first from Anambra State, where the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria has reaffirmed its readiness to collaborate with the Anambra State government in advancing healthcare reforms and expanding access to safe and quality medicine. The association made this reaffirmation in a statement while congratulating the Anambra governor's re-election, Charles Soludo, in a joint statement released by the National Secretary of ACPN and the chairman of the Anambra State branch, Felix Enendo. The association noted that the governor's re-election represents not only a personal victory, but also a collective triumph for the people of Anambra who believe in purposeful leadership and transformative governance. The association also noted that the governor's renewed mandate reflects the confidence and trust reposed in his administration, which it said has consistently demonstrated commitment to progressive policies and people-centered reforms aimed at advancing development across critical sectors, including healthcare, education, innovation, and technology. The ACPN further stated that the administration's governance philosophy aligns closely with the aspirations of community pharmacists in Nigeria, particularly in strengthening healthcare systems and improving access to quality medicine. According to the association, the Soludo-led government has continued to inspire optimism through initiatives designed to reposition Anambra as a hub of economic vitality and progressive leadership. Now from Ebonyi State. The Ebonyi State House of Assembly has condemned the activities of miners without adhering to safety and due process in the state. The chairman, State House of Assembly Committee on Solid Minerals Development, Honorable Ifeanyi Nwamkpo, frowned at the activities of Geo Royal Mining Company, which operates without adhering to Mining Act, stating that the activities would cause agony of material and human loss to both the government and hosting community of Eyim Agalegu Ndofu Alike Ikwo. Nwamkpo stated this during unscheduled oversight function visit to the company, where he ordered that the company should appear before the committee on Thursday, 19th March, being today, 2026, at the Assembly Committee in order to defend their actions, saying that the company should bring all relevant documents that guided the operations, including environmental impact assessment. The committee chairman maintained that from the scenes on ground, the company has failed in providing the safety measures as contained in the Mining Act and assured that the state, under able leadership of Governor Wifuru, will continue to ensure safety of the citizens. Nwamkpo equally expressed concern on the activities of artisans in Ayaba Ishiago community in Abakaliki local government area, which he said was driven by greed and quest for quick financial gains, and warned them to desist from such and close the pit immediately to avoid mining pit collapsed. Responding, the manager of the company, represented by translator of the company, Judy Chen, said they were working towards keeping Mining Act and keeping to the agreement with the hosting community. Still from Ebonyi State, where residents of Ebonyi State are grappling with acute water scarcity following the withdrawal of services by sachet water distributors over what they described as excessive and unregulated taxation. It was therefore revealed that the price of sachet water has surged sharply, now selling between 550 naira and 700 naira per bag, depending on the brand, thereby worsening the hardship faced by residents. Emmanuel Wibo, a union representative, accused the government revenue collectors of harassment and violence against their drivers, stating that the government is not aware of the high taxation, which increased from 1,400 naira to 8,500 naira. Emmanuel explained that the union decision was driven by safety concerns for drivers transporting water from neighboring states. However, describing the situation as chaotic, he alleged the tax agent operates abruptly as he called on the state government to intervene urgently. Now from AbiaState, the AbiaState government has announced plans to launch a new state micro, small and medium enterprise policy to boost the state's economic and industrial growth. The policy, which would be launched through the Ministry of Industry and SMEs, would seek to leverage on the national policy on MSMEs to develop the state in line with business peculiarities prevalent in the state. Kano, Commissioner for Information, announced these on at Government House, Umuahia, while briefing newsmen on the outcome of this week's State Executive Council meeting chaired by Governor Alex Oti. He explained that the policy document, which would be ready for launching before the end of September 2026, would put Abia in the forefront amongst other states in the country. The Information Commissioner said that the state government would soon launch the Citizens Contact Center, an initiative designed to strengthen governance and position the citizens to be part of governance process in the most innovative way in the state, adding that the center would reduce the complaints of citizens in the state government offices, even for the simplest of reasons. Moving to DeltaState, where the Nigerian Institution of Safety Engineers has said it would collaborate with regulatory agencies to ensure adherence to safety standards in DeltaState. DeltaState Chairman of NISE Engineer Spencer recently made the disclosure during his investiture as the fourth substantive chairman of the Delta chapter and arm of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Spencer, in his acceptance speech at the event held at Iforun in Uwavi local government area of the state, also pledged to build strong partnerships with industries, government agencies, and communities to promote safety awareness and compliance across the state. He said the institution, an arm of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, would initiate community-based safety campaigns through practical training programs at motor parks, marketplaces, airports, and jetties. The national chairman of the NISE, Engineer Andrew Barnum, in his goodwill message, urged Nigerians to prioritize safety practice in their daily activities, stating that the call to imbibe safety culture at all times would help build a safer and more secure society. And finally, from RiversState, the RiversState government has assured of its readiness to partner with the Women Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines, and Agriculture on the economic empowerment of women in the state. She congratulated Woga, the leader of the delegation, of her historic emergence as the first female president of PHCCIMA since its establishment, describing the milestone as a powerful example of women's capacity in leadership. Odo stressed the importance of building women's capacity, whether in rural communities or among working professionals, to enable them excel in their choosing field.